Francis. I totally changed.
Yeah. It'd be crazy to.
I'm a different person.
Yeah. I haven't looked at an episode, so it's just like the whole thing is you talking pig Latin. I'm like, oh, what is this? Did you do pig Latin ever growing up? Igpe Attenley? No. Uye Ixpe Igpe Attenley?
That's P language, right?
What's that? Well, don't say it like that. What's P language?
I don't know. I don't know what that is, dude.
You've never heard of pig Latin?
I know. I've heard of it. I didn't know.
It was like Uye Ixpe Igpe Attenley. I think it's like you take the oohs and you put them in the front instead of you. Like instead of you, it's Uye. Uye Ixpe Igpe Attenley. That's the only sentence. By the way, I can't speak it. I only know one sentence. Uye Ixpe Igpe Attenley.
Not a great start to the pod.
Yeah, welcome back to Bits That Bomb, starring the best guest,
No,
the person who's bombing on the podcast right now. I'm like, let's really focus in on the pig Latin for another.
No, dude, I'm pumped you're here, man. You're one of my
thanks.
favorite comics in this scene.
Oh, thank you for having me, man.
You're very funny. You're a veteran.
Shout out to the boys.
Shout out to the boys, dude. You're the first vet on the pod.
Really?
Yeah. Not a lot. There's a number of vet comics.
Yeah.
Out here.
Yeah, there's a lot of veteran comics. Matty Stew's great too. You should have Matty Stew. Maddie's so funny.
Very funny. Yeah.
Dude, I had to follow him yesterday at Matty Stew, for those who are listening, is a comic who is a Navy veteran who also has red hair and is built just like me.
Yeah.
And dude, I did Sunset and he went up before me and talked about the military, and then right afterwards started talking about the presidential candidates.
Yeah.
And then I went out and talked about the military and then started talking about the presidential candidates, and I went, why am I doing bad? And I was like, oh, they just saw my act before I went out there. They saw Matty Stew and me do the same act, dude. It just
That happens.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. He's a great
White
comic.
guys talking about their life.
Yeah. God, comedy.
Dude, you're a Florida comic. You live out here now.
Yes.
You like it out here?
I love it.
Yeah.
So much better. It's the best scene I've ever
Better
been
than
in.
Florida?
Way better.
How long were you in Florida for?
2
You
years.
didn't start in Florida, right?
No, I started in Iowa,
Oh, yeah.
moved to Denver.
You did comedy in Denver?
Right during I moved there during the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
Then got a writing gig in San Diego. Then lost that writing gig in San Diego. Then moved to Florida. Now here. I've been everywhere.
Yeah, man. Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you were.
I started in San Francisco, stationed in Hawaii, did comedy there.
What's that like?
Small. It was like a small town.
Was it fun? Same people every night?
Same people every night. The crowds were just locals.
They weren't touristy?
No, everywhere I did comedy was all like in the local parts of Honolulu. Yeah. And then Bahrain.
You did comedy in Bahrain?
Did comedy in Bahrain.
What's Bahrain even like?
It was like they all speak English.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like young college kids, so they all watch like American TV, so they got all the references.
So they get the references. They probably get them better than like American people.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm talking about jizz. I'm talking about cum. And they're like,
little jizzy cum.
Then Baltimore, New York, Florida, and here.
You did New York for a while.
Yeah, but it was bad. I was there during COVID.
Oh, so
I did open mics
brutal.
on roofs and then in the park.
That's sick though, to get the full Batman experience.
Yeah, dude.
Being on roofs and
Getting on the roofs, talking about stuff.
Where is she? I don't know anything about Batman.
But welcome to the pod. We're going to talk about some bits that we love that just kind of stink on stage. But we love them.
We love them. You can't let them go.
Like the bits you're like, it's got to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you want me to go first? Do I go first?
I can do one.
Yeah,
first.
You do yours.
I'll set the stage.
Yeah. Let's see it.
I do this pod every week, so I'm like running out of. I just have to write more and go bomb more.
That's actually a good motivator to write more, though.
Yeah, because I keep saying the same bits, and I'm probably going to repeat one today, but this one, we just talked about it. Nick's in the back laughing. This bit, I did it at an open mic, and it's not even like a bit that I wrote, really. It just like came to my head, and I was like, I'm going to say it on stage. But I went on stage, and I said, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, do you think that guy got any pussy? There's 3 people in the audience, got some laughs. And I go, I don't think that guy got any pussy, because how many other John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidts do you know in the world? And that didn't get a laugh.
That's so funny, though, dude. It's stupid to be like, that's smart, because it's because you're talking about like this guy not getting pussy, but it is funny to be like, if he was getting pussy, there'd be another. There'd be at least a Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah, there'd be some. Lineage.
It doesn't have to necessarily. Yeah, you know, you maybe change the first name. It could be Ron, Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Right.
You know, whatever he names his kid.
Yeah.
John Jr. Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah. But also that song is so weird because he goes, whenever I go out, the people always shout, there goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. And part of the it's so dumb. Part of the joke is like, why are they calling out his name? Is he a sex offender in this small town he lives in? They're like, hey, watch out! There's it's dumb.
Schmingerheimer Schmidt. It's like his name is like that SpongeBob. Hinga dinga, you know. He was number one.
He was number one.
What's that guy's name? Is Schmitty Metherman Jenkins?
Schmitty, yeah.
And the gravestone is just extending. That's so funny. That's so funny. The John Jacob was a pretty popular. How did that universally become so huge? Because like I sang it in elementary school.
I don't know. I looked it up and they even do it in like Mexico and stuff, but they have like a Mexican name. It's like
Juan.
It's like Juan Jorge, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I could be really racist, but I'm not sure how I want.
Dude, if it bombs, it bombs.
No.
Nobody watches this thing.
No, dude, I watch this thing.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. It's fun.
What's your favorite episode?
Tony Wellens.
Tony Wellens came on and he didn't even talk about anything. Really.
Did you? I mean, yeah, Tony's the man. I love Tony.
Tony's the man.
Tony's very funny. I think Tony's very funny. I saw Jeff's episode as well. My buddy Jeff Dolezal.
That's funny.
Yeah, Jeff is very funny. But yeah, dude, I have one that's relevant to. Yeah, here's my.
Let's hear a real bit that bombs, dude, because that was not even a real bit.
I have one that I've tried to get to work for years, and I think the timing of it is always probably the issue. So I'll preface it: mass shootings are bad. Don't do them. But I'm like conditioned to them now. You get conditioned. There's so much violence in the media that now it's like when I see it, I'm always like, the bit is basically like I see the death toll, instead of being like, oh my God, there's 4 people that died in Ohio. I like just think to myself, I'm like, how the fuck do you only kill 4 people in a Walmart? It's like, were you not behind self-checkout? Like, and then I would turn around to the audience. I would turn my back to the audience. And then I'd pop back out and I'd go bang, 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 bang. I'm like, that's like 10 right there, dude. I'm not even trying. And then people would just be like, and it's like, I get why it doesn't work. And then I would try to double down and I would be like, and they're never hot. Like the mass shooters are never hot.
Yeah.
And there's a theory. Have you heard like the incel theory?
Right. Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, they're frustrated and they want to take out their lack of, you know,
Getting
like
laid,
female attention on the world.
Right.
And so I was like, I think before you, if you're like a 5 out of 10 or under, before you buy a gun, they have to like, yeah, like they have a office to the side where somebody sucks you off. And then after you come, they go, do you still want the AR-15?
Yeah, your personal clarity is like, you're right.
Yeah, the second that he gets one nut off, he's like, you know what? Yeah. No, dude. Maybe Trump's not so bad after all. Did you see the way that guy looked?
Yeah.
Dude, the CCTV footage that leaked right away of like when they were like, this is potentially the shooter, like hours afterwards, he looked like he was from The Hills Have Eyes. He still looks like he's from The Hills Have Eyes.
Like a monster.
That dude, yeah. If that guy's buying a gun,
yeah.
Hey, ask some questions, dude. I don't care about a background check. Just look at him and be like, let me see your phone. How many lady numbers are in there? How many people do you have saved?
Oh,
in your
you
phone?
should have to meet, a certain number.
It's like contact saved.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of fun.
And they're like, and then they verify.
Yeah. You can't just have your mom and your sister like a dork. You have to have one of your aunts.
Yeah, that's funny. That's also, somebody told me about that bit of yours. I think it was Jeff.
Yeah,
where you pulled a gun out.
Oh, I used to do it all the time in Florida.
But it's funny to be a shooter and then you fire off that first round and you're like, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're committed at that point. Yeah, it's like starting a slow clap in public.
Yeah.
You hit one and then you're like, oh fuck, everybody's looking. Well, I also thought with that bit too. I mean, just like in general, it's always worse to double down on a subject like that. And I used to talk about with that bit too. I would expand on it about like how I think people are bad at mass shootings. Like, you should be able to take more people out if you're in a Walmart. Like, go by self checkout. And then I would be like, and on the flip side of that, I used to always think that I would be the guy. If I'm in a situation, I'm the guy that's going to save everybody. Like, I'm the hero.
Yeah.
And so I'd always talk about how, like, this is true, too. I do this. But I'll take, like, every time I get, like, a grocery cart, the first place I stop is I get a can of beans.
Yeah.
And my thought is, if I have to, I just fucking launch it at somebody. And so I used to talk about that, and I would be like, I had a whole thing about how, like, I would Randy Johnson it at somebody, you know, like famous pitcher Randy Johnson. And I'm not kidding, like I said this bit 10 times maybe, and I think 5 out of the 10 times, some white guy that was like old as hell in the audience would hear the name Randy Johnson and just be like, Randy Johnson. Like, they had forgotten about Randy Johnson. It was like I awoke some sleeper cell in him from his childhood where he was like, hey, you know, he hit that bird with the fastball 100 miles per. There's something about Randy Johnson that white people just old white men just have to repeat it. It happened like you can like fact check. Like Matt and Jeff both saw it happen. I brought it up. I was like, this is a problem that happens. And then I did that joke that night, and a guy was like, the guy went, great mustache on it. Like, he just interrupted. Like, they just can't leave it alone. Yeah, they just have to like reminisce on the fucking what was his nick? He had a cool nickname, I'm sure.
I don't remember. But what is it? So you skipped over that. Do you really do that? You'll pick up like a can of beans? So do you you pick up a can of beans and then when you go to pay, you're like, I actually don't need this.
No, I use beans a lot though. Yeah, I use a lot of beans. I'm a big bean guy.
Like, you have a reputation at the Publix or the H-E-B. They're like, that guy comes in, picks up a can of beans, and then returns it.
They're like, he's fucking. Is he up to something?
I think
What's
you're
he doing, dude? Yeah.
You're just getting beans and returning them.
Yeah, he's just not. Yeah, just returning a 1-for-1. That would be funny to have like a cycle of like, oh fuck, like I can't leave because I don't have the beans. In my head, I'm like, if I'm vulnerable for like 10 seconds, so I just have to like keep doing like.
Are you eyeballing people when you push the cart? You're like, I wonder if that guy's gonna shoot.
I am. I'm always on
You grab the beans like you're having. Your gun
it's like it's holstered. Yeah. I start flipping it, looking cool.
Drop it.
Fuck. I'm like doing this with my arm, like kind of warming up a little.
Meanwhile, if there was a shooting, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, dude. The second I'm running. Well, I think about that too a lot.
I think all guys think about it. I think about it all the time. I'm like, it happens in my thought every once in a while. I'll be like in a mall, and I'll be like, all right, I'm going over that ledge into the water there, and then I'm going to fucking run to here and hide, and then... Yeah,
I always have this thought that I'm going to, like, charge the shooter.
I know.
And it's like, bro, what? I'm going to start to run, slip, hit my head, then he's going to shoot me.
Shoot you. You're like...
I'm going to look stupid and then get killed.
Yeah.
It'd be even funnier to, like, him just, like, laugh. Like, he's shooting everybody, and then 3 Stooges fall, like, like very slapsticky.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, that'd be crazy.
I don't know why we think that. I feel like every guy has that thought, like, oh, I'd stop it.
You want to be the hero.
You want to be the hero so bad.
It's a hero complex. You're like, I want to be, because then if it's the I saw something where it's like I think it was like 90. It was like 89% of men have a fantasy about like a last stand death. Like how they want to die is like something like heroic, like maybe you're like, you know, like you stay behind when everybody else gets to go onto the, you know, like the earth is about to explode and you're the one guy who's like, I have to defuse the
I'll do
core fibrillator to not prevent
jumping on the grenade kind
of
thing.
Yeah, it's something like 89% of men have that fantasy at some point in their life.
It's so funny that's our fantasy.
Yeah, to die in a grenade. You know, it would be sick if I died cool. It's like, what if you just like took up a hobby?
Yeah.
What if you do like you could just like not.
What's funny is like in movies they show that they're like, you guys go ahead, I'm gonna hang back, and then they don't follow that guy. That guy's just like, in reality, he's like, this sucks.
Yeah, dude. He's like the second they leave, he's like. Well, it's like the zombie, like in zombie movies when like I love Dawn of the Dead. There's a scene where a guy gets bitten and he's getting dragged. I don't know if you remember this, the 2006 Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
When they're in the mall.
Okay.
They're escaping through a tunnel system in the sewers.
Yeah.
And one of the guys gets bit and he's getting bit in his arm and he's all fucked up and he's like in the act of turning to a zombie and he dual wields pistols and they're pulling him by his shirt. He's just like toot 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 toot. And it's like, and then you see him. And then it cuts away, and it's like that's the way to go out.
Yeah,
moments away from being bitten by a zombie, or moments away from being a zombie, and you're like, just sick. That'd be sick. See, I think some people get afraid of the zombie apocalypse. I also am, but I do think it would be fun.
It depends how fast they are, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like the really fast ones, that scares me.
Yeah, when you're like talking about like 28 days later, like they kind of seem intelligent. Yeah, that's not fun.
That sounds terrifying.
No, that's terrifying. If they can run like a 4.540, get the fuck away from me. But if we're talking about slow walking zombies is sick.
It'd be funny because if they were like 28 days later, only like really fast black guys would survive the zombie apocalypse, dude.
Have you seen Dawn of the Dead? Do you know what I'm referencing when I'm talking about this?
I don't remember that scene, but I've seen that movie.
Because at the very end they get to an island, and it's like that's like their big escape is like they get away from like this big mall. They're in the mall.
All right, yeah, they get to a boat.
They're getting to a boat, and then they get to an island, and a black zombie attacks them. I'm like, well, the black zombie wouldn't be on the island. He'd be like in the boat, like, oh hell no, I'm not going. You better not throw me in the water.
Yeah,
that was racist. I shouldn't.
That's all right.
It might not even have been accurate. I just saw an opportunity to make up a fake story there.
Up something?
Yeah, I just made that up.
Hell yeah, that's funny though. That is a crazy bit to point a fake gun at the audience.
Well, you never know. You never know. It worked. I'll say why I stayed with it for so long is it worked the one time. It worked one time the first time I did it.
Yeah.
And it was like it hit like real hard, and then ever since then I'm like, I'll get it back.
It'd be funny if you get way too into the act out. You're just like,
I'm like, yeah. Like, did you underhand a grenade? I'm like, frag out. I had that was one that comes to my mind, and this one also comes to my mind when you're talking about things that I think are funny that
nobody else does.
That nobody else does. What a mean way to
That's
say it.
That's the new way of the pod.
Yeah.
New title of the pod.
Yeah.
I think are funny that nobody
else does ever. I've been talking about my lady's a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I can't get this to work. I think it's so funny though. Like the way that she's not like a healthy vegetarian. Like the way I describe her, the way that her eating patterns, it's like she's in like a Survivor TV show when they drop her off in the woods and she's talking to the camera. She's like, I had 4 berries this morning and leaves. And then I'm like, it's already bombing. And I'm like, and then I talk about like, it's because you think vegetarian, oh, there's probably healthy alternatives. And like, she's just getting Lunchables and then feeding my dog the pepperoni, just eating those pizza Lunchables with just cheese, sauce. Just cheese and gross sauce. And then I double down too. I don't just end there. I go, let's make it work. Let's bomb harder. And then I continue and I go, I said like, and she's like against animal cruelty. That's like why she is vegetarian. She like doesn't. She's seen like the how they farm animals and whatever.
Right.
And then she's feeding my dog the fake pepperoni, and I'm like, that's animal cruelty. That's fake. That's fake pepperoni.
Yeah.
And the reason that she's vegetarian, this is all real too, is my brother-in-law, her sister's man. He's vegan. Mm-hmm. And he's convinced like a lot of their family to be vegan, but he's vegan and he owns a snake that he feeds live mice to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucked up too, dude. That's crazy. Like, I don't have to see the cow get killed. Like, you're feeding.
Yeah.
There's something like, there's something there.
But it's not like, it's just funny because imagine he made his snake vegan. He's just like dropping lettuce and
the snake is just like, what the
just sprinkling lettuce over a snake.
Snake just eats itself and starts doing them weird. Well, like that also is like have you seen the video of the dog when they tried to like the white lady? It's always a white lady with stupid dog shit that she was convinced that the dog
doesn't want meat. Yeah, I've seen it.
And they put the best way I can describe it, there's a lady who's on a morning talk show who's like, I've figured out how to train my dog to not eat meat. Mm-hmm. And then the talk show hosts are like, oh, okay, yeah, we have a demonstration, let's bring it out.
Yeah.
And there's like this golden retriever, and there's 2 bowls that are 10 feet apart. There's one filled with nothing but meat, and then there's one filled with bananas and like and like strawberries and applesauce. And she's like, that's his favorite.
Yeah.
And they let the dog go, and I would say that the dog makes a beeline towards the meat like a dog that hasn't eaten meat in 5 years. It was like, what the fuck, dude? It had to have been like doing heroin for
Isn't
it.
she like, what? That's so weird.
Yeah, she's like, what did you guys put in the meat? It's like, meat. It's so funny. Like, what'd you put in the meat? It's like, no, it's meat.
Yeah.
It's a dog. It needs meat.
Have you ever tried vegetarian for your girl? No? Has she tried to convince you?
She's not healthy though.
Yeah.
It's like she eats like Starburst. It's like she'll eat like Starburst and rice and be like, I'm vegetarian. It's like, no, you're dying, dude. You're malnourished. That's what you are. It'd be one thing if she's like, here's a healthy alternative. I've made bean soup today and I've made bean burritos. It's like, no, dude, she like I'm not kidding, survives off of Lunchables.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's crazy. She's got tummy aches 24/7. I'm like, she's like, my tummy hurts. I'm like, yeah, it should.
Would you though? Would you try it for like a month? Do you think you could do it?
I couldn't do it. Here's the only reason I couldn't do it is because of like discipline on my own end. Like I wouldn't seek out. The thing about meat is it's just easy.
Yeah.
It's like it's done.
And it tastes so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I could do it. I could do it if I didn't have to be the one making meat. I don't cook as is. Like I eat beef and rice. Like all I do is like beef and rice and like onion and like cheese. So it's like I couldn't like take care of myself to be like, no, I'm not gonna do. I don't get enough protein as is. I'm not gonna take away the only thing I eat.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a crazy thing. What about you? Are you vegetarian?
No, I couldn't do it.
Have you ever been vegetarian?
No.
No.
I mean, I've been on like a juice diet before.
How was that?
For like a week or 10 days. Shitty.
Literally?
You kind of stop shitting.
You just like pee out poop? It's an all liquid diet. You're just pissing out shit.
Pissing out shit.
And then you're shitting out piss.
Well, yeah, you kind of like shit watery. But then it's like, it's all like nutrients. So your body uses everything. You just piss a lot. And maybe you poop a little bit. Not a lot.
Not a lot, baby girl. Just a little.
Lost a ton of weight though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I got shredded.
Was it for a cut or was it just?
Yeah, I was just like, I need to lose some weight, so I tried a juice diet.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Was it hard to do though?
Yeah.
Did you feel full?
The first 2 days was fine, and then like third day, everything smells amazing.
Oh yeah, you're like walking, you're like craving things you've never craved.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god.
You're like, do I fucking want bread?
Yeah, dude.
Fucking bread.
I would eat nuts though. I would supplement it with nuts. I'd be like, all right.
Hey, pause, bro.
I haven't even nuts.
Hey, bro, pause, bro. The hell type of podcast is, bro? No, I would suck Daryl off for it.
I was so hungry. It was brutal. I don't recommend it.
You know, my Jack O'Sullivan roommate, former Navy SEAL. He goes carnivore once in a while. He did it for like 3 months when we first moved here. Yeah. It was crazy. First of all, it's just crazy to watch a human consume
just meat,
mounds of meat, and then be in the same room with him. Like I noticed his like he was like more on it. Like he was so like ready to go.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like his testosterone was like through the roof or something.
Just eating nothing else, right?
Yeah, just nothing else.
Dang.
And dude, like he wouldn't even use seasoning. He'd put salt on it. He'd put salt on it and just house it. And then be like, I'm going to the gym, and he'd be back in 4 hours, just drenched in like sweat. I'm like, what's happening?
Oh my god! I heard that gives you the shit.
Yeah, it does really bad. And then afterwards, apparently, it's great. Like the first week, once it gets adjusted, it's like how your body's because you're supposed to be. I don't know. There's like theories that like
that's what we're supposed to.
Yeah, like there's theories about that, but also there's theories about everything. So, and I'm also stupid and have it.
Why do berries taste so good? You know what I mean? I feel like if we weren't supposed
I'm gonna go ahead and
what berries? Why is mango so good?
Yeah, well, hey man, mango's hard. No, well, food. At one point, I had an eating disorder when I was at one point.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
100%.
what did you?
A lady that I was dating had one, and I'm not blaming her, she pushed the bad habits on me. Yeah, 100%. Like I was like, dude, I was like 140 pounds. Like this is like out of the military. Like right out of the military. Yeah, this lady would make me. She would basically be like, she would shame me if I ate, like, it was crazy. She'd be like, are you really going to have another, like, you're going to have a snack after dinner? To the point where I was eating like fucking like 1,500 calories. I was like, I didn't realize it while I was in it.
Yeah.
And then when I broke up with her, I went home and my mom was like trying to feed me. I was living at my mom's house going to community college, like a fucking true veteran. and just like,
I used to be somebody.
Yeah, just really bringing it up every opportunity. Like, just like in class, somebody would be like, I'm so sleepy. I'm like, one time I woke up at 2 a.m. for Firewatch and stayed awake for 4 hours, 48 hours. But yeah. And then my mom was like, why are you not eating? And I'm like, well, I don't want to get fat. And my mom's like, you're 140 pounds. Like, I lost 20 pounds in that. I was like 165 in the military, got down to like 140 because of that. And then, then I started powerlifting. I powerlifted for a little while, for like a year and a half. And my coach was like, the guy was like a huge, used to play football, was like I think he played for the Packers, like on the practice squad, 6'5", like monster. And in a matter of like 2 months, he made, I went from like 140 to like 180.
Dang.
Just like nonstop shoveling out. He would just like eat oatmeal, and then right after you're done eating oatmeal, eat more oatmeal. Jeez. And I was just like, oh my God, I was bloated. I was doing 4,000 calories at one point. And you know what's crazy?
A day?
Uh-huh. And you know what's crazy about it is because I was so malnourished and my body frame was like built to not be 140. Yeah. I didn't even like get fat really. I just kind of filled out.
Got jacked?
I just got filled out. I wasn't jacked by any means, but I was just like, filling out. It was almost like a deflated balloon, and all of a sudden I started to get life into it. It was like, poof, and you're like, oh shit.
That's crazy.
But that was like that was the strongest I've ever been.
Dang.
I used to fucking big boy. I used to be a big boy. Used to bench 275. Whoa. Can't do it now. I think I did. I think I probably do 240 now, which is not good. I want to be able to.
I'm not good at lifting.
No?
I never did lifting really.
What about running?
I got okay. I wasn't fast, but I can run. I used to be able to run.
I feel like you'd be one of those guys who's like really good at like distance.
I can run far, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not good at lifting.
No?
Like I would max out like push-up, sit-ups for a fitness test, but
how many pull-ups do you think you could do right now?
Right now, I think peak fitness, I could probably knock out like 20.
Mm-hmm.
But I think right now, maybe 10, maybe 8. Yeah. That's
about right. It's probably about me too. Probably like 10. I'm lazy. I always think to myself, I'm like, you got to get back in shape. You got to start going to the gym. You got to eat right. And then I'll get back from a show at like 1 a.m. and I'm just like, I'm going to shovel McDonald's into my asshole.
It's so hard doing comedy because you're like, I do need to be in shape. But then you're like, but I got to sit and work on this bit.
Yeah, for no reason, yeah.
A bit that's going to bother.
A bit that's going to end up on this show. Yeah, you can have me back after this week because I've been doing a new thing about
it. You can do it every week if you want.
Yeah, just let me run my set. I'm trying to think of other solid ones that I've tried. This one I think is good. This is another one I think is good. The only reason I said this too is because a headliner. It was like my first time doing spots at West Palm Improv, and I said the idea in the green room about it, and a headliner was like, "That's really funny. You should stay. Keep
really?
doing it."
Who's the headliner?
I don't want to name drop it. I'll tell you afterwards. All right. And then because it was somebody who was like, I'm like, oh my God, you're a huge name in comedy. Sure. I was like, this is funny. He says it's funny. I got to keep doing it in the joke. And it's never gotten better.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah, it was gay. It was Carlos Mencia. He was like, but the joke is, it never does as well as I think it should. And it's like, I talk about like getting a girl plan B. It's like always like it's like really bad for them. Plan B is like really bad for a girl.
Messes up their gut.
And it's even worse if they take it on an empty stomach. So I always like afterwards in the morning I would take them to get McDonald's breakfast afterwards. And then I was like, and that always just felt like when your dog is sick, so you try to like use the peanut butter and the medicine. Like, don't spit this out. And I'd be like, let me see underneath your tongue. Swallow it. This would have been easier if you swallowed it. And I thought that was so funny.
Yeah. And
then I'd set it in front of like a sold out room in West Palm for like also crazy to test out material 2.5 years in front of like a 450 seated club. And then it bombed and there was just like 450 people were like, did you just like compare a lady to a dog and like feeding it men? I was like, no.
You just
oh dude, that just reminded me of another one. That was a crazy set because that I did okay, so I did that material
Yeah.
that night specifically. I bombed so hard. It was I did a 7-minute guest spot, and it was a 5-minute guest spot, and it was so bad because I opened with that because I just thought of it, and I was like, I'm just gonna rip it right off the top,
Right.
and that bombs. And then I had a joke about this joke works, but it's I want to clarify for the listeners. This joke does
Everyone's like, "You guys suck."
everyone's like, this guy have. But I have a joke about like my girlfriend being Greek and how when I met her, she said like my yaya wants to meet you, and how I thought that was slang for her pussy.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, and this is all, again, 450 people, and I say this for the first time ever in front of 450 people, and I go, and then I asked my girlfriend, because yaya's grandma, I was like, well, and I thought it was pussy. How do you say pussy in Greek? And she was like Moune, and I was like, well, that just sounds like money with a French accent. And then I went, isn't that what pussy is anyways? Just money with a French accent. And everybody was like,
What?
like, what's it even supposed to mean? And it's like, I thought it was like an anti-joke. I thought it's funny because it's not funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, isn't that what pussy is anyways, guys? Money with a French accent. And everybody was like,
comedy, you just crab walking up
all of a sudden, like, I like click my shoes together, they turn colors. I'm like, I'm doing alt comedy. Rip my shirt off, there's another shirt on underneath it.
That's funny.
It was pretty brutal. It was a brutal bomb.
Yeah.
And then he still had me back the next time he did the floor to close. And then which is cool. It's cool when comics are like nice, even though you don't deserve what they're offering you.
I'm really excited to know who it is.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. What about you? What's another one you got?
Hold on. Repeat that first joke again. The first one you said that reminded you. It was say it one more time.
The
Plan B.
The Plan B girl. Yeah,
right.
Plan B. Yeah.
That one's funny.
You think so?
I think that was funny because it's just like, it's funny if you like you rephrase it as like I mean, I used to be devious, you know, like every girl I hook it up with, take her out to breakfast, put Plan B in that Egg McMuffin.
Yeah, like,
That's so funny.
Yeah, well, I like the way because the way I would get into it was talking about how I'm like in the pregnancy scare with my girlfriend, and it's like the first time that I'm in a relationship where I'm not trying to get the girl to take Plan B during a pregnancy scare. And I think that like I have a bunch of stuff about a pregnancy scare that works. And then I think it goes from like silly, innocent, cute humor to all of a sudden I'm like, and I trick her like she's a dog. And it's like, no.
Yeah, it's funny to be like a Cosby with Plan B.
Well, then when she leaves for the bathroom, I put the Plan B in her pudding. Well, went off with her, but damn fucking bad, but fuck people when they're asleep. That's crazy. He did that. Brr.
Yeah.
Do you think how do you think he comes?
You think he does like a?
He makes like one of.
It's gotta be the worst Cosby impression I've ever.
That's not even Cosby.
Yeah, you're not even.
Well, I can't really do what Cosby coming.
You sound like a redneck.
I can't.
You sound like a redneck.
Well, I realized when I try to do Trump, I sound like Borat.
Do you? Let me hear your Trump.
I have a thing about Trump going into a women's locker room.
Yeah.
And it's like, and this should also be on this show. But a thing about Trump going into a women's locker room, and then like he'd be like, I just came to grab something. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of pussy. Not a lot. I'm not grabbing a lot of pussy. Just a little bit of pussy. And I'm gonna leave. That's how you know I'm not grabbing Hillary's pussy, by the way. She's got a big pussy, this bitch. It's like, and I go, that's why Bill kept going to that island. He was trying to get away from that monster pussy.
It is kind of Borat-y.
It is boring because when I emphasize, the only way that I try to make it Trump is by going, and then that's very much like King of the Castle. More at the bar, not a lot. Not a lot of pussy.
You don't do impressions, huh?
I can do. No, I can't do it. I can only do that. This is the only accent I can do is the Irish one.
That's pretty good.
Other than that, I can't really do anything. And this is really just trying to make things sound like a question. If you want to do an Irish accent, you just kind of make it talk like it's a question.
I can't do Irish.
What can you do?
Hold on. I'm gonna fuck this up. I feel like sometimes there's I can't channel it. You know what I mean? Like it'll happen randomly. Like, Father O'Malley. I can't do it.
Father O'Malley, are you talking about?
You know what's the worst thing ever? Doing a bad impression.
Oh,
It's
dude.
the worst.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't do that. I mean, that Yeah, that's why. That's why I don't do a lot of stuff. There's so many ideas because I think if you can do a Trump impression, you can basically kill for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
You just have to be like making fun of Hillary's pussy.
Yeah.
And that'll murder.
yeah, for sure.
I can't do. I can only do this one. I'm trying to. British. It's a British one. It's a little bit. It's kind of the same though. So it's a specific dialect in Britain that I'm talking about. I think it's Cockney.
Yeah. That's
Cockney.
Good. Cockney.
Cockney. Cocks in me bum. Fuck me bum. It is funny to think about a British guy like, oh yeah, you're all getting your bum.
Just a gay British guy.
Yeah. Oh, fuck my bum. Fuck me bum. I can't. Fuck me bum.
I can do Australian, I feel like. Can you do Australian? Like, oh, mate, how you doing there, mate?
That's
mate,
good.
Mate. Cheerio. Oh, yeah, that's British, right? Cheerio.
Cheerio. We just
I'm
don't.
terrible,
We're bad.
Oh,
it's
mate,
just white
wallaby.
guy
You ever
accent.
see a wallaby pull his dick out?
Dick out. Pull my dick out, yeah.
Oh, mate, pull your dick out.
I'll put my own dick in my bum.
Put some Vegemite on that dick.
I put
Just gay, Australian, gay, British. All right, you be gay British, I'll be gay Australian.
Yeah, you like that. If I talk like this, it might sound more British.
That's like Jason Statham.
It's if I lower my voice and you fuck my ass.
Oh, mate, you want me to put my dick in your ass?
You want to fuck my arse?
Oh, mate, I'll put my little wallaby dick in your ass.
Hey, I'm not going to put your dick in my butt. I don't want you to put my dick in your butt. I want to put my dick in your butt.
Put your tits on the Barbie.
Yeah, tits on the Barbie? You want to talk about my tits on the Barbie? I'm going to talk about your dick on my mouth.
That's Irish.
Do you want to put about my dick in your mouth? I'm going to put your dick in my mouth. Like, not even being cohesive, but then at the very end, just go, dick in your mouth. I'm going to put your dick in my mouth.
Doesn't even sound
Do you know what it is? No, it doesn't. If it's The Town, if you see The Town, that movie, Ben Affleck movie, there's a scene where he's talking to, Ben Affleck is talking to the local like kingpin guy.
Yeah, at the flower shop.
At the flower shop, and he's like, "I'm gonna snip your nuts off."
Oh yeah.
And that's where I learned to do the accent because I thought it was very funny. That movie. There's such a funny line, because it's like, I'm gonna go in. I need your help. You can't talk about it. You can't ask me any questions, and we can never talk about it again. Guy goes, whose car we taking?
Oh yeah.
That scene. There's a scene where they're about to go beat up somebody who's mean to Ben Affleck's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you can't fucking ask me about it, kid. You can't. But that scene after the following scene when they're beating up the people in the room that they're gonna go, you get it.
Yeah.
There's the funniest scene happens. Jeremy Renner. They beat the crap out of these guys who were like harassing Ben Affleck's girlfriend, and then Jeremy Renner is like trying to figure out why they're in there because he agreed to not ask Ben Affleck about it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What'd you do? What'd you do to my fucking friend?" And then the guy's not telling him anything. So then Jeremy Renner pulls a pistol out and he shoots him through the kneecap, and it's a very intense scene. But then he goes, "There goes college soccer." It's the most like, what are we doing? Did we just turn this into a carnival?
Yeah.
Just like the funniest, the most Boston sentence. There goes college soccer.
Yeah.
You couldn't make a more Boston soccer. Like you couldn't make a more Boston sentence.
It's like Good Will Hunting if he just didn't.
Well, big dude, Good Will Hunting has a fucking crazy.
The fight scene?
Dude, the fight scene turns into such a fucking charade because it's a British girl being like, "Oh, I love you, Matt Damon," and then it's Matt Damon being like, "You want to know how I got these fucking scars?
I got these scars.
You want to know how I got these fucking?
Motherfucker burned me.
He put a fucking wrench on the table and he put a stick in and I would pick one and I picked the fucking wrench. You know why? Because fuck him. That's why." And so he's got that he's got the fucking Boston accent going on, like fucking you want to fuck him. That's fucking why. And then she's like, "Oh, didn't mean to hurt you." And then the whole thing we're supposed to be like, is this a serious movie?
Yeah.
Or is this
too crazy accents?
Or is it just two crazy accents? And then it just is him being hot with his shirt off.
I know. That whole movie's funny. I love that scene where she's like, "Oh, name all your brothers and sisters." He's like, Tommy, Timmy, Billy, Bobby, Billy, Smithy.
There's so many moments in that movie. You want to know the best part of my day? I walk up and I think, maybe you're not going to be here. Maybe you're going to be in fucking, you moved on. If you're still here in 20 years from now, I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, there's like a I mean, there's so many movie moments where I'm like, this sucks. Not Good Will Hunting's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie, and I think The Town is really good too. But there's so many movies that I'm just like, I could have made this.
Like which one?
Like I'm just thinking of like most recent, like I rewatched Troy.
Oh, Brad Pitt. Eric Bana.
The movie's dog shit. It's a dog shit. If you rewatch it as an adult, it was cool when you were like young and you like stayed home sick from school and you were like, I'm gonna watch Troy.
Yeah.
If you rewatch it, it's literally 90% of the movie is just Brad Pitt being hot, looking off to the distance. Yeah. He's literally like, I'm gonna have to battle who?
Yeah.
Their best champion. And the guy's like, yes, and he's killed everybody. And then I would never want to go. And he just looks off. He's like, that's why nobody's gonna remember your name. It's bad. It's not good. It's just him. He's so hot. He's so cut up that you're like, this is great acting. It's like, no, it's just you're gay.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not that it's a good movie. It's that you're gay and you watch it and you go, this is good. And it's like, no, you're gay.
It's because he looks so cool. You're like,
he's so cool.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Brad Pitt. He's got like God, dude. Him in Fight Club too. It's like, there was like an era like 2002 to like 2007 Brad Pitt where it's like. Just
hot and everything.
Just fuck me already, dude. Just fuck me. I was 12 at the time. Come and fuck me again, dude.
It's really funny. A 12-year-old, you have a poster of Brad Pitt in your
right next to my RuneScape photo. Yeah, it's right next to my RuneScape poster is Brad Pitt shirtless.
And he's badass, man.
You saw what?
He's a pretty badass actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor, but that movie's dog shit. I stand by Troy being dog shit.
I need to rewatch it.
Rewatch it, and then rewatch that opening sequence when he's finding out that he has to fight that, because that's where he does the fucking Euro stab.
Oh yeah,
and it's like before that he's just like being hot in a tent.
Yeah,
and that's acting for him.
Right.
Not that he's not. He's great at acting.
Really
he's
good.
great at acting. I'm just unhappy with that sequence.
It'd be funny if he it was an ugly guy in that role instead of Brad.
Just me. Just me being like, just like kind of like got like.
But you're still acting hot as hell.
Yeah, I'm still.
no abs.
There's
no
like
abs.
No abs. Just like Blink-182 tattoo. I'm like, well, that's why nobody's gonna remember your name.
Yes. They come in your tent. There's just like Lone Stars and Bud Light cans.
I'm just farting. I think about that. I think about that a lot. Like, I don't think I can turn on being hot. Like, if I was like trying to be like, I'm at the point where it's like the only relationships I've ever gotten into are because of personality. Like, I'm accepted that. It's fine. It's totally, I'm above the league.
Yeah.
That's great. It's good for me. I'm glad that that's the case. But it is funny to picture like, I just can't picture like my girlfriend getting turned on by me. Because it's like,
I feel the same way. Like, I always fantasize about it, but I know I would never be the guy who like looks at a lady in the bar and she like glances at me and I'd be like, you know? It would never work.
She'd be like, is there like something on my face? Or she's like, what the fuck is this?
I always feel like if I looked at a lady, she's like, that Indian guy keeps fucking staring at me, you know? Like, I just don't have that. Like, some guys have.
Some guys have a hot look. Some guys are hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not one of them.
I'm not there.
I do think it's funny because at one point, like, the way I describe my dating life and everything, like, probably I've been with my girlfriend for like 4 years now, so it's great. Everything's great. But I don't think anybody prior to that, it's always been like, I have to earn it.
Yeah, you have to win.
I have to earn it. I have to lie really well. Yeah. No, that's not true. I'm not lying. That don't cut that out.
Nah, baby,
cut that out. No, but it is funny because when you're the first couple dates you go on with somebody, it's like you're lying. You're trying to be the best version of yourself, to be like, sometimes, I'm thinking about getting back into reading. It's like, I've never once thought I'm going to get back into reading.
Yeah. You're like, I love running.
Yeah, I love running. I love exercising. Yeah. It's been a big part of my life. Now it's like, shut the fuck up. I took my girlfriend on, because I met my girlfriend in Denver. We went on like 5 hikes before both of us were like, I don't like hiking, by the way.
You both lied.
We both thought that the other one wanted to hike. And it's like, why are you lying? She's the one that doesn't have to lie. She could be like, you know what I want to do is watch Star Trek and have pizza. It's like, what are you, the perfect date? And instead I'm up here at 1,500 feet above the fucking altitude being like, getting
winded.
Yeah, I'm like, oh fuck, I got a runner stitch. just trying to be like, that's the worst part of hikes is like you get up and you go, nice, I just have to walk. You see the view and then you have to walk down, but it's like harder to walk downhill because you have to like not fall.
You have to stop yourself from falling.
Yeah, and I got like anterior pelvic tilt and a lot of ass. It's like an issue. I'm on skates. But I think that anytime I've Yeah, I feel like I've earned relationships and sex. That's why I don't think I do.
Yeah, they don't just come to you.
Yeah, people
I'm
are
the same way.
People are like, some people are like, like one night stands to me. It's like, what a waste. You got a lady to have sex with you. You're only going to do it once.
What do you mean?
Get emotionally invested with her, dude. I'm a serial monogamous. Fall in love with her after the first date.
Yeah.
And be like, God, I think we have. I think I want you to have my kids. He's like, what? And you're like, nothing.
You're like, I'm not in the one night stands. I like falling in love and getting my heart broken.
Yeah. I like when a lady turns mean to me about 3 years in. I like when a lady just really kind of gives up on me halfway through. I've never been broken up with.
Really?
I've broken up with every lady.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I mean, I don't know if that's cool or not.
But I don't think it's cool.
Pretty cool.
This thing's pretty sick. I guess I got cheated on.
Oh, so
but I broke up with her. Funny to twist it that way.
Every girl cheated on you.
Every girl's cheated on me, but I keep going. I'm the one breaking up with them.
I'm breaking up with you. I did it first.
That's another one, dude. That's another one that a bit that I used to have that would bomb. Talking about getting cheated on.
Yeah.
I was like, I was young when it happened to me for the first time, and I asked questions, and it's like, don't ask questions if you get cheated on.
Like you were trying to learn about it?
No, because I was curious. Like I was like 19 and she broke up with me, or she cheated on me, and I wanted to, like, there was a lot of reasons for it. Like I was concerned for my own health as well. Like
yeah.
and I was also like just wanting to know. I don't know why, just morbid curiosity, and I asked. So the bit is, if you get cheated on, don't ask questions, because I did. And I asked her just to make sure I was safe from like STDs and whatever. I was like, did you wear protection? And I thought she was going to either say yes or no. And then she said at first. And I was like, no. I was like, no. That means at some point she had the thought and was like, take it off. Take it off.
And you're just like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't, because dude. Getting cheated on when you're young is nuts, because it's like
I bet it's so
when you're not mentally, like, even at like now it would obviously devastate me too, but like when you're immature emotionally as well, like when you're like because guys don't mature until they're like, what, 25 is when they say they're like emotionally done maturing or something like that. They're 29 maybe, I don't know, but it's like your reaction to things are like, oh, I'm gonna fight somebody or I'm gonna cry. Those are like your two options as a guy. It's like you're either gonna cry really hard or you're gonna fight somebody, and finding that out. And like being like, I was like, did you suck his dick? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, no. For me, that was like worse than the condom thing for some reason.
That's so funny.
Have you ever heard that?
No, but that's funny. It's funny for her to. It would have been better if she just said no.
Yeah, just say no.
But she was like, we built a relationship. I got comfortable.
She was like, we built up trust. Yeah. She was like, we had a pull-out system. And I'm like, no. She was like, yeah, no, yeah. And then I asked where it happened.
Yeah.
And then she was like in her room. And I was like, on top of the blanket I got you. Like there was like getting like, I think the reason it didn't work is because it got too real for people.
Yeah.
Because I just kept trying. The joke I thought was that I'm building how bad it actually was.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of getting sadder and sadder.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, my birthday.
Was he Jack? What is this guy?
He's bald now, and he sells real estate in Arizona.
Whoa.
So it's like, yeah.
You let that dude cuck you, dude.
You know what? I kind of did. Now when you think about it, I did break up with her right away, and then she tried to hang out with me when I came home, because I was in the military at the time, and she tried to hang out with me when I came home on leave. I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? I was like, if I see you or him, I'm gonna cause a scene. It's also funny to get cheated on and then go to this your hometown in Iowa.
Yeah.
With 20,000 people, where everybody knows everybody.
When you're like on leave, right?
Yeah, and you
just come back a hero who just got caught.
Yeah. Taps plays.
That's the worst, dude. Jody, dude.
Jody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that, like, it was funny because at the moment, like, it sucked so bad, and then you realize how bad it is to be in a relationship when you're in active duty. It's like, I don't see this lady ever. I might as well not talk to you for 6 months, come back and hook up because that's all that we're doing.
Right.
And then when you get, when you save up enough money at your stupid fucking Starbucks job, you can come and fly out. And
That's why I honestly think people thank us for our service, because we get cucked so much. I think we get cucked more than the average man. Like,
well, what do you mean by? I feel like cucking is not the right word, though. I don't like the idea, because the implication is we're there, like, yeah.
You're right. That's true.
Like we're in the chair, like.
I'm just saying. I mean,
you're like by the way, my husband's in the closet right now, and you're just kind of like.
Yeah, you're right. It's not cucking, but
it's not cucking.
But our ladies, like in a broader sense, military guys, ladies cheat. Because we're out. It sucks. That's such a shitty thing about the military. You're like, I'm gonna go join. I'm gonna go fight for this country. Your lady's like, I'm so proud of you. And then as soon as you leave, she's like,
oh, is that the community college basketball team?
yeah, dude, you're just a Marine out there training so hard.
She's training hard too, though, dude. You can't get 6 of those things in your mouth at once.
What's funny is showing her picture to your buddies. Yeah, that's what I got at home waiting for.
Keeping her in your helmet. Yeah. In the meantime, she's getting dogged out in the local goddamn
That's what I fight for. That's what I'm trying to get back to.
yeah, trying to get back to that dorm pussy, that pre-owned, she kept that pussy warm for me with the basketball team.
You act all tough, and then you get back, and you're like, "Did you wear protection?"
Did you? Well, there's like no. I mean, I also had I like this because I have bits now that I also think, for the record. And this might just be me being egotistical, but like some of these I think are still funny. Like I had a bit about this that I'm like, is this funny enough? Should I bring it back? About getting again, small town stuff. There's a rumor in my hometown. So this couple hooked up.
Yeah.
And then this couple broke up. And then I ended up having a little fling with the lady. Right? And during that fling, the guy found out that we were hooking up.
Yeah.
So then he, to get back at her, started a rumor saying that I had herpes and that I gave it to her. Okay? Flash forward a couple months. She stops talking to me and whatever. Maybe I have been broken up with. She starts talking. She stops talking to me, and then they get back together. Now, everybody's saying, I have herpes. I gave it to her. Now they're back together. So now everybody's saying that he has herpes. So in like a roundabout way, he started a rumor that he has herpes. and then I got invited to the wedding. They got married and I got invited to the wedding, and I thought it would be funny to like interrupt it.
Yeah. Like
right in the middle of like, did anybody have a reason these two should not be together? And then I'd kick open the door and I wouldn't even say anything. I would just let everybody look back and go, wait, doesn't that guy have fucking herpes?
you can open the door, you just have a huge cold sore.
Yeah, wait, doesn't that guy have fucking herpes? And then they go, wait, doesn't she have herpes? Wait, don't they all have herpes? And then that would like not work either. But I think that's funny.
That's funny.
You know what? Maybe everybody else is wrong.
That guy, you gave that guy herpes.
I gave that guy herpes, which is also very funny to spread a rumor. It's like,
gave a guy herpes.
What a weird rumor to be like, you know what? Fuck him. Fuck Josh.
Yeah, and
I'm just gonna lie.
It just backfires.
Yeah, it just backfires. It's also funny to just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna lie.
Yeah.
Nobody ever heard a rumor that I had heard. If anything, it'd be the opposite.
Right. What do you mean?
I'd have AIDS because I'm gay. That'd be a funny one. Well, did you hear that Zach Silverman fucked my butt?
What?
I'm just starting that rumor.
Zach Silverman.
Yeah, if you see people, tell people that Zach Silverman
fucked your butt.
Yeah, just be like, did you hear Josh? And then say you saw video proof. I'm trying to get her sync. I'm trying to get something.
I usually just clip up 1 or 2 clips. That's what I'm going to clip. And it's just going to be a 5-second reel.
Yeah, did you hear Zach Silverman
then
fucked my butt?
I'll invite him to collaborate.
Zach is, dude, Zach. And then message him, accept it.
That's funny.
Rumors are fun, though. You ever had a rumor started about you? Or been involved in rumors?
I don't think so. I wasn't popular enough for people to be like, let's make a rumor about him.
Where'd you go to school? Or where'd you grow up?
In California, Bay Area.
How big was your school?
It's Probably like 1,000 people. Maybe it's gotta be less. Maybe like 600.
Well, your graduating class was what, like?
Oh, my graduating class was maybe 200 or 400 or something. I don't remember.
Huh. That's like about mine. I don't know. I guess because sometimes I hear about people's graduating class sizes and stuff, and I'm like I had like the same. I think my graduating class was like 300 or something, and it's like that's a lot of people, but like it's still small enough that I feel like I knew everybody.
Yeah, I think I knew everybody by face at least. I'd be like, I know who that is.
Yeah. That's the guy that has herpes. That's that guy, right?
That's the guy who gave that guy herpes.
Yeah, I heard that guy gave that guy herpes somehow. Is that guy that Zach Silverman got fucked in the butt?
I'll just clip that one too. Just 3 clips.
But I think that rumors are always odd.
Sure. I never had one started about
I never had one about me other than that. But I started some.
What's the worst one you started?
This was not cool. There was a teacher, and so I had a... I don't like this story.
You don't have to say it.
No, I'll say it.
All right.
Because it makes me look really bad. But there was like a... Do you remember... I don't know what your school was like. When did you graduate?
2011.
2011. So I was 2013. And so fresh, so clean. So 2013. And so, yeah, there was a... Back before Barstool, there was called... do you remember Do It for the Snap?
Do It for the Snap. I don't know.
It's like people used to say it for Snapchat. They'd be like, do it for the snap.
Kind of like Do It for the gram.
Yeah. And there's like a weird thing, at least in the Midwest, where people were making like it was like a Barstool type thing where, because Barstool now has like Barstool University of Virginia and whatever.
Yeah.
West Virginia Barstool, stuff like that. There was like something like that, but it was like Do It for the Snap, and like me and like 5 guys ran it. And then it became a trend at the bigger school, Des Moines Valley, that they were starting to put people who hooked up. They would just post when people hooked up.
Oh, wow. In high school?
In high school. They would put like, did you hear that, Zach Silverman and Josh fucked? And they would tweet this.
Yeah.
And I was a part of the crew. And we just started lying and saying this one kid was just fucking the hottest girls. And it got to the point where people were convinced that it was just him running this account.
Oh my God.
And it got so big that like the office called him in. It was like, you gotta stop making these tweets. And it wasn't him at all. And the poor kid, he's like a good, sweet guy. He was a weirdo, very uncoordinated.
Yeah.
Like very he was. Yeah, I'm not proud of it only because it was bullying.
Sure.
But it was very funny to be like the dorkiest, nerdiest kid in the grade is hooking up with the hottest girl who's got a scholarship to go be a cheerleader for the University of Northern Iowa. Like the University of Iowa.
He had to have thought it was cool.
I think he did until the girls were like quoting it, being like, fucking gross. Like I remember one girl, this Morgan girl, quoted it and was like, I just threw up in my mouth my mouth, delete this.
It'd be funny if he was like, you weren't throwing up in your mouth the other day. You weren't throwing up what I threw up.
Oh yeah, but when yeah. Oh, you're throwing up in your mouth now. You were swallowing it last night when what happened last night when you were swallowing it? We used to do a lot of weird things, because I don't know if it was Mason City, Iowa specifically, but we used to do Jersey Shore was really popular when I was a freshman and sophomore and junior and senior. And that was like, it was really popular when I was in high school. And we used to do dance parties.
What?
We would
what do you mean?
We would like go into a basement in rural Iowa.
Just dance?
And we would it would be like 7 guys, 7 girls. They'd be in like jean shorts. We'd be in basketball shorts. We'd put like a disco light on and we would just like grind back and forth.
Everybody
you just like come in your pants. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we used to do it in one of the girls' in my grade's basement, and her parents were both teachers. And they would just like come down and check in on us, being like, "You guys doing okay down there?" Like, "Yeah, music sounds good, guys." And it would just be techno. It'd be like Skrillex, like drop the bass, and we'd be like, we'd just be everybody would come in their pants. coming in their pants. Everybody was, we would talk about it. We would like leave and we'd be able to like,
Dope.
Dude, Tanny's got such a fat ass. I came so quick in my pants.
You should just be the first kid to bust. You're just sitting in the corner while everyone's grinding.
all the girls were like acting like they were into it too. It's like, what is this? We also had dude, that's so crazy.
That's crazy.
We also had Night Storm come through.
What's that?
Which was it was like a traveling party. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a carnival, but it was just like a DJ who would show up at fairgrounds. They would pack like fucking all the local kids in, and we would just finger each other on the dance floor. Like, it was nuts. Like, we would just get like 14 to 19-year-old kids. Like, I don't think you could go if you were older than 21. I think 20 was the cutoff. Yeah. So it would just be like ages like 14 to 20 would go to the fairgrounds in North Iowa, Mason City, Iowa. There'd be like 1,500 kids there. And again, they would just play like they're just grinding. Nobody's wearing deodorant. Everybody's from a farm. Everybody smells like shit.
Basketball shorts.
I'm getting fingered by Zach Silver. It was actually nuts. And it's crazy, too, because it's like a 34-year-old DJ who's like, yeah, make some fucking noise. Kesha was big, where it's like, I throw my hands up, and that song was really popular. I remember that song. Because I busted during that song.
That's a song you busted.
I throw my hands up in the air sometimes, saying, ayo. I was like, oh.
Then what do you do? You're like, all right, that's.
I was like, it was a girl I was dating at the time. I was like, I gotta go to the porta potty.
Oh my god!
Just went and fucking. I didn't
Wiped
even.
yourself up.
I literally cleaned up with. Well, here's a nun. This is. I mean, Jesus Christ. I hope people don't see this. I cleaned up. I cleaned up my nut.
Yeah.
With 1-ply toilet paper, which then kind of crumbled in my undies. It just crumbled. It turned into wet crumbles.
Yeah.
And then I went back out there and started grinding again, and I chapped my penis.
With like
that's how fucking hard
with like toilet paper dingleberries.
Yeah, like little dingleberries cut my penis. And then some girl saw it and was like, "Wait, do you have herpes?" And that was everything full circle. But no,
that's crazy.
No, but I did cut up my pee-pee with it.
Wow.
Chapped pee-pee from it.
Committed to the grind.
I wake up every morning and I grind.
It hurt?
Yeah, it
but
hurt.
you still were like, I can still get off.
Yeah, I had put baby powder on it for the next couple of weeks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, baby powder on my baby pee-pee. It was all right. It was an all right time.
That's crazy.
You have to make your own fun in Iowa, though.
Yeah.
Like, we also had, like, now I'm just, like, reliving high school. That's, like, what this podcast is. And just to stop being about stand-up completely, I'm just, like, in this other time, I threw a football 35 yards. But, this other time, it was homecoming my senior year, and dude, this is crazy. I never realized how committed to grinding we were. My senior year.
Just you and the boys. Yo, let's grind this weekend, dude.
Go. Dude, Miss Pence is over there. Get her.
Yeah, they're playing Keisha. Find a girl quick.
Find a girl. Go. Shotty got low. You're like going down. Like,
a bunch of white boys grinding.
There's a bunch of kids with acne. Just braces acne. I had a Jufro. It was crazy. But we had my senior year, it became a big thing. We used to do like so we used to do a jersey dance where you would like give your football, if you're a football player, you'd give your jersey to a girl.
Yeah.
Then you'd go up to the dance, and if she had a jersey, she could get in for free, and all the ugly fat girls couldn't get in. They had to pay $10 because they didn't have jerseys. Yeah. And we did that. And at the jersey dance, it became like a big thing because people were like full on like just fucking just drilling some fucking overstimulating some clits.
Yeah.
And became a big thing where the school was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
So then they introduced a 2-fist rule. Yeah. Where you had to be 6 inches or 2 fists away from physically touching a partner.
Yeah.
And then homecoming happened. And so we all went to homecoming with our dates and everything.
Yeah.
And we all started again. We're little rabbits, dude. We immediately start fucking getting nut to butt. We're just going at it, grinding. And then they pull up with a bullhorn and they're like, they shut the music down. And then it's almost like a scene from like a bad 90s movie or something. Yeah. They were like, if you want to continue to grind, you're going to have to leave this establishment. So then we were all like, fuck you.
Let us grind.
Let us grind. So we went across the street from my high school. My high school is right across the street from a grocery store. And we went to that parking lot. And my buddy Jimmy Collins had subwoofers. And he just hooked his phone up. And we just started listening to like Wiz Khalifa in the parking lot. There's like 300 kids there. Like we had like a revolution came across the street. Like there was nobody left at the... And people were being rude. People were like ripping the streamers off of like like these teachers who like volunteered to like make our homecoming special, like decorating. We were just like, this fucking looks like shit. We're like, somebody broke a window. It was like bad. We all went across the street. Then the cops came and they were like, hey, get the fuck out. Like you can't be
grinding.
You can't have 300 kids grinding in the Hy-Vee parking lot. So we
it's like a weird footloose.
Yeah.
They won't let us grind here.
What do we want? To come in our pants? What do we want it right now? And so then this other girl that I went to high school with, Alexis Harbaugh. Also, I shouldn't be name dropping everybody, but I am. Alexis Harbaugh was like, I have like a huge plot of land because it's Iowa. She's like, I have a plot of land 4 blocks away. So then we went, and I'm not kidding, we carpooled like again 300 people, and we just went into a fucking backyard, her backyard and her farm, and we just like played music till like 3 a.m. and the cops couldn't do anything because the cops were like, it was private property or whatever, and they were like getting a warrant for like, I think there was like a legal process. They were gonna try to get us everybody for like inciting a riot or some weird. They were trying to like figure out something, and they were like, it was like a whole back and forth. And in the meantime, we're all just like in this cornfield, just like fucking, you know what I mean? Like just listening to music from a subwoofer. And then we leave. Everything kind of clears out. And then the next day, her dad is like fucking pissed because we ruined all of his crops. Yeah, we ruined his crops. He's like, it's like $30,000 you guys just did damage to.
Grinding on his business.
I stand on my business. I grind on my...
He's looking at security footage.
He's like, who the fuck? And then he's just seeing everybody's cum face. Just coming, dude. Shout out to the fucking MCHS, dude. Mesa City High School.
That's crazy.
Shout out, boy. Grind City.
That's wild.
Yeah, we've been out. You ever nut in your pants like that? When's the last time you nutted in your pants? Pussy?
I never did. I was
wet dream or anything?
I was a good boy. Probably a wet dream.
You have a wet dream before?
I had one once. That's it. It's crazy.
What was it about?
It was just literally, I remember it was almost like one of those dreams where you're like, that's it? That's all it took? It was literally...
You just were watching Troy before you fell asleep.
Just watching
like Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt bent over, and then I woke up wet. No, it literally was just like a lady naked walking towards me, and then I busted. And I woke up, and I was like, that sucks.
How old were you?
I was probably like 13.
That's an appropriate response, though.
I guess. Dude, grinding in high school is crazy.
Yeah, well, it's funny because it's like you do it now, and it's like, what are you doing?
You feel stupid now.
Yeah, I feel crazy. I'm 29. If I want to take my lady out and like grind on her,
but it's funny that you guys had the thought like, no, let's wear basketball shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta go.
One guy's wearing, he's wearing George. He's like, yo, let me borrow some.
Yeah. He's like, dude, the traction. It's the traction. We would not, dude. I mean. Dude, we were doing MNs, dude. We were doing multiple nuts.
So what? You guys would just nut, and then you guys would go ride bikes? Yo, that was tight.
We'd nut, and then we'd go like, we'd like. Sometimes you got a couple off. I have another fun story. This is just me again living in high school.
Crazy.
I just farted. I had a. I also had another one. I had another fun time. One time it was the first time I ever got invited to hang out with a lady.
Yeah.
And it was a couple date. It was like my friend was dating this girl.
Yeah.
And then they had a friend for me.
Yeah.
And
how old are you?
23. No, okay. I was 14. 15,
yeah.
No, 14. I was it was 8th grade going into freshman year. And I get this, it's so like, dude, I'm stoked that I'm about to go, and I'm texting the lady. They gave me her number, and they're like, text this number. This is, this is Mallory. And her name wasn't Mallory.
Sure.
It was Hannah. It wasn't Hannah. It was Mallard. Okay.
We're gonna put her name on this.
Yeah, we're gonna put it. No, but no. So we get this. So I get this text being like, "Hey, like, come over. It was. Hey, it's Hannah. Come over tonight. We're having a movie night. Nick is gonna be here, and then I have Abby coming over for you." And I was like, sick. I was like, let's do this. So we get there, and they're making out right away. Nick is making out with this lady. And so I'm just sitting on this couch, and it'd be like, it's like if this was like a whole, what are those long couches called? Like a sectional?
Yeah.
Where it's like it cuts off to an L
Sure,
too.
yeah.
It's like that, right? Yeah. So it's like that, and I'm like this, like I'm sitting like long ways, and she's like this way, and our feet are touching.
Yeah.
And then she repositions herself, so she now gets in the corner of the L, and she puts my feet in her lap. So she's like, I'm now like this to her, right?
Yeah.
And then she like starts like grinding on, like humping my heel of my foot. And I'm like freaked out. 'Cause I'm like 14. I've never even kissed a girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then she starts like making noises. And I'm like,
What do you pull out your phone and just start texting?
fuck, no, literally, dude, and I'm like nervous. I don't know what to do. And so I'm like, oh my God, I'm like leaving my foot there. And then I get scared because she's like really she's like getting into it. Jeez. So I moved my foot, and then she picks her phone up and texts me, put it back. And I was like, oh my God.
What is the other couple just making out?
The other couple's making out. This girl who, by the way, I'm feet from, she texted me to put my foot back. And then I did.
Are you guys like watching TV or something?
Yeah, there's fucking, it was
Troy's on TV. You're like, I'm trying to watch Troy.
I'm trying to watch Troy. What the fuck? It was Twilight.
Okay.
Not Twilight. The fucking, what's the vampire fucking show? There's like a TV show. It was that show.
Oh, I know. About.
What the fuck was that show
On
called?
HBO or whatever. New Blood something.
I don't know. It was like it was like 2009.
True Blood.
True Blood.
Is that what it was?
No.
I don't know.
That's a sick. I know a guy whose last name is True Blood.
Cool.
Pretty sick. He's a huge dude.
Hell yeah.
He's like 6'4". It's just sick to have your last name be True Blood and be 6'4". It's like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, like if your name was True Blood, that would suck.
Yeah, my name was True Blood. You'd be like, what? There's certain names that are just like, you can't be a dork who's named fucking like Wolfgang is such a sick. You know Wolfgang Hunter from New York, very funny comic, but like Wolfgang, it's like a sick name. That's a sick name.
Yeah.
What's another sick name?
Even like Hunter's cool.
Hunter's cool.
Young. I've heard of some guy with Young Blood.
I think that's just how you greet somebody. What up, Young Blood?
What up, Young Blood? I don't know. Just cool names.
I should name my kid Young Blood.
Young Blood Francis.
I do want to name. Oh, here's another bit that bombs.
Jesus Christ! It's just like
it just hits me.
You have the record of the most bits that bomb on this.
Yeah, here's my. I never finish bits. I just come up with tags and I go, I'll put this in the middle of nothing.
You're just like, I killed people, I busted my pants, I put Plan B. It's just like, they're not even bits. They're just like confessions.
They're just kind of schizophrenic thoughts. I've been doing this one lately and it doesn't go well, but it's like my girlfriend is like, we're like talking about like my girl will be like, my girlfriend's 100% Greek and I'm Irish. And she'll be like, I want the baby to look, she's like, I want our baby to have red hair and kind of look like me.
Yeah.
That's what she said. She's like, I want it to look like me, but with red hair. And I'm like, I'm Irish. She's 100% Greek. It's like, we can't have a fucking redheaded baby with a unibrow. That'd be fucking crazy. Give me the auto. Give me the auto. I put tzatziki in my fucking nutsack.
You raise him with an Irish accent?
Yeah. Dude, that would be so funny to raise a kid with an accent.
Yeah.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Have you ever dude, have you listened to people in German, like people speak German?
I mean, I've heard it, yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's a...
It's like, yeah,
hard.
dude. But it's scary.
It's not like that, really. I think you're just watching World War II movies a lot.
Yeah. Just listening to a lot of speeches.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just watching Hitler videos on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean... No, he's bad. He's very bad. Very bad. I disagree.
He's
with
bad guy.
I disagree with most of what he said.
We don't endorse Hitler on this pod.
And you can quote me on that. I don't like him.
At all.
Pretty bad guy.
Pretty bad stuff.
You think we're going to war soon?
You
think Joe Biden's dead?
No, I don't think he's dead.
Have you heard this already?
I mean, what do you mean? Like today?
Yeah.
Like he's dead today?
Like people are saying that like,
He dropped out because he died of COVID?
have you heard this yet?
No, but I can see that.
Because they're like, he didn't release a televised statement. Nobody's seen him in like 96 hours. The last time he was seen in public, he was like not doing well.
Yeah.
And it's like he dropped out. You would think he would at the very minimum be
Make
like,
a statement.
make a statement. Because when Trump got shot, he made a statement. And now all of a sudden he's not making a
dropping out and he
statement.
just puts out a letter.
So there's a big tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. By the time this comes out, it might be wrong. He might be alive.
Might be alive.
But if not, you heard it here first, folks. That Biden could secretly have died already. Which would then, because that would be when you'd want to attack. We're right before a divisive election, and it's gonna be, we're already at peak, like we're on the brink of a civil war. If a civil war was gonna happen, it would be this upcoming election, right?
Yeah.
Or a revolt of like a retaliation if like Trump actually did get shot and something like that happens again. It's like that's when we would go to war. Then, if on top of that, the president is actually dead, Russia would be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I need that to wait till November because I can't legally buy a gun till November.
Are you waiting?
Because when I was arrested in the Coast Guard, they put me on a list of I'm a restricted person for 1 year from the day of my discharge.
You discharged?
I discharged everywhere. Everywhere. I was wearing basketball shorts.
It was Jersey Shore.
But I can't buy a gun until November, and I kind of want to wait because I don't want to be. If the Civil War starts now, I'll be like that Russian guy in Enemy of the Gates where they give him a gun and then they give the other guy just the bullets. I'm just running around looking for.
I have a pistol, and I need to get like I just have a little 38 snub, and I need to get like can't really do.
It'd be funny to take that into a Civil War.
That's what I'm saying. I can't do. They're like breaking, like they're like, yeah, we're like setting up ambushes, and we're like, you know, like
you just have a pistol,
and I'm just like, tink, tink,
shooting at a tank.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan, the tank, fucking. Such a sick dude. That's such a sick scene, by the way.
Where he's just
when
like,
he knows he's dead, and he's just like, by the way, I'm a teacher. Perfect casting, by the way. Tom Hanks and that murders that role.
The only thing I don't like in that scene is Matt Damon. There's a scene where like it's right at the end and they cut to everybody. They show Tom Hanks kind of like tired. That one guy, Tom Sizemore, he's like dead on the ground. And then like Matt Damon looked pretty cool the whole movie, but they cut to that one scene and he's literally like,
yeah, he's crying. Yeah. Quit being a pussy, dude. Yeah, just hey, when you're doing when you're defending the bridge, you're gonna lose. You're gonna take casualties.
Yeah,
you did your job, Matt. You got home. His name is Francis in it.
Oh yeah,
Francis
Scott Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan. Scott Francis Ryan. No, Francis Scott Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people whose last names, Francis gets thrown around a lot.
They're like, yeah, all my brothers died. Jimmy, Tommy, Billy Smith. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Motherfucker burned me.
Motherfucker, you want to know how he got a, that it's not from surgery? That it's not from surgery that the fucking dickhead stabbed me? He used to put a stick. What is it? He used to put a stick. He used to put a fucking stick. What is it, dude? It's a stick. It's something in a wrench.
Yeah, it's like a belt.
A belt. He used to put a fucking stick, a belt, and a wrench on a table.
And I always picked a wrench.
And he said, pick one. You know which one I picked? The wrench. You know why? Fuck him. That's why. Go fucking socks, baby. And she's, I don't know that. I'm British. I've got to wear there. Fucking bullshit movie.
It'd be funny to do Goodwill Hunting again, but he's not smart.
Bad Will retard.
So he's just stuck.
He's just actually being a janitor.
Yeah.
It's just him being
I see equations on the board and
I shit my pants.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at.
I look at those equations and I doo-doo myself. I fucking doo-doo. You ever poop your pants? When's the last time you pooped your pants, Anthony?
I pooped my pants. I can't remember when, but it's not too far ago. You know?
I feel like I feel like you should remember that then.
I'm trying to
It's a
think.
pretty significant event to not remember it was recent.
Well, it was like it's like one of those things where it's just like,
I sharted at the gym the other day.
did you a little poop in your pants?
Yeah, a lot of poop.
Do you save the underwear or you throw it away?
I saved this one.
Yeah, you're like it's salvageable.
Yeah, there wasn't. It wasn't. It was.
There's one time I shit my pants. I had a friend over. We were playing. I used to play music a lot. So I had a friend over. He was playing guitar. I was playing drums, and then I was like, "This is a little fart," and then I was playing drums, and I'm like, "That's not a little fart." And then I filled up my underwear, and then I was like, "I'm gonna go take a break."
We went.
And I was like, "This is not. If I were to salvage this underwear, it is."
They could put that, dude. They could put that underwear up in a museum somewhere. The Great Wharf Chipotle, 2016.
Wrecked my underwear.
Damn, dude. So you were graduating to us. So you're 31.
I'll be 31 this year. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Dude.
When do you consider yourself old?
I feel old, but I feel young because I don't do anything serious.
Right. Like your maturity is that what you mean by you don't feel young? Or are you saying that you're not like
I mean, like I look at a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends who have houses,
Yes.
and kids.
Yes.
And I work at a podcast studio, and I tell jokes at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I talk with my friends about the times they used to bust nuts when they were in high school in Iowa. So I don't feel very mature, you know.
Yeah, but you know what?
But who cares, dude?
Who gives a fucking shit? I don't feel mature either. I've been recently realizing that like I don't know. Well, now it's getting serious. Like starting to get to the point where I'm like, all right, gotta propose soon. And if I propose soon, it's like, well, you don't want to live with roommates and have a fiance,
Yeah, you don't want that.
but you also don't want to pay $1,900 a month for a fucking 1-bedroom somewhere.
Yeah, you can get a 2-bedroom for that price.
For out here?
I have a 2-bedroom for that price.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I might have to fucking look into that. I'm just kind of like at the point where I'm like, oh man, do I have to fucking get? Because I make enough through
VA.
stand up and VA that it's like I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable, but I'm like,
You're comfortable. Is she comfortable?
I put that bitch in a full Nelson every night, dude. I go, you want to fucking go to bed? I do feel bad because I like a lot of the nights, like I'll just randomly like this. It's like hit me up today, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go do that. She's not home right now, but like moments like this happen all the time where like I'll be like we'll like have something planned, not something nothing like crazy. I won't like bail on like actual plans, but something where she's like, you want to watch a movie tonight? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then like
Cancel.
and then somebody goes, hey, do you want to come do a spot? And I go, yeah. And then I show up and there's 4 people, and I'm like, I abandoned the love of my life. I've abandoned my boy. I've abandoned my boy.
It's funny.
I've abandoned my child.
I tell your jokes. I read your set. I tell your jokes.
People are always like, he's such a good actor, which he definitely is.
Yeah.
That, you know what? No, actually, I'm not going to shit on Daniel Day-Lewis. There's nothing to shit about.
He's the goat.
He's so good.
He's the man, yeah.
Have you ever, there's just like The Butcher with Gangs in New York.
Oh, yeah.
So sick, too.
But he's not the, they call him the butcher?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I remember he does kill that guy with the fucking.
With the butcher knife.
Yeah.
I used to try to make my character in what video game? I did a video game where I used to make him look like that guy. Oh, it was my avatar on Xbox.
You made her look
I made him look like the guy because he could do like a little line, and I was like autistic, and I was like 14. I got really obsessed with. I've always been a big RuneScape guy. I've never been a big Xbox guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like all my friends used to have Xboxes.
Yeah.
And like would play Call of Duty. I would play with them too, but I would play with them and then on a laptop have RuneScape open, which I'm like,
That's crazy.
I think that's like sort of why I'm so
You
used
had a crazy childhood, dude. You're playing RuneScape. You got an Xbox open. You were in basketball shorts.
I'm commenting them a lot.
You're waiting for the basement party to kick off.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's like, yeah, I'm overstimulated all the time. And I'm like, I wonder why I'm addicted to pre-workout. I'm taking pre-workout. I'm not even working out anymore. I just take 400 milligrams of caffeine. I'm like, I'm going to go through Instagram and see if people unfollowed me.
That's crazy, dude.
I go to my following. I'm like, who the fuck unfollowed me?
Really?
All the time.
That's insane.
If I'm on too many stimulants at once,
yeah.
I go, let's check to see if people I went to high school with unfollowed me.
Dang.
Because it's crazy to me. Here's the thing. When somebody unfollows me, it's like, I get it, totally fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna unfollow you as well, and then I go, I look at their profile and I go, you unfollow. All you fucking post is your fucking kid. You think I'm going to stay following you, Jared? You piece of shit?
You're bitter, dude.
Yeah.
You're bitter. You're a little bitter.
I don't like it. Yeah. I like being bitter. I don't know. I think it's. I had a. Oh, no, I'm not going to. This one I actually won't talk about on here. I had a friend who posted something wild on Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right when we get off
All
of
right.
this. But it's remind me of the two things. Because there was another thing you were going to remind me of, maybe.
The comic you opened for.
Yeah, and then the other.
We'll do that.
But no, it's been good. This is sick. I like the little fern too. I like the fake.
It's fun, man.
Did you bring this in
No,
for
it's
me?
part of the thing.
You didn't bring it in for me.
I don't think I brought anything in here for you.
Did you normally? Is it always green?
I do green for my podcast. Yeah.
What are the other options?
Any other color.
Any other?
Any other color.
Red would be sick. No, it wouldn't. Green's a good color.
Green's good.
Green is
Because
good.
it's like the logo I have is green.
Yeah, but it's a bomb.
It's that bomb. We talked about a lot of bits, and then we just talked about you busting as a young man. This is honestly, I wanted to start a podcast before called Blast from the Past,
Hilarious.
where I just have comics come on and just tell their funniest blast, like jerking off stories.
Oh,
But that basically is what we did.
Yeah.
That was Blast from the Past.
Yeah, I'm trademarking that, by the way. You can't fucking take that.
It's already on my YouTube. You can't.
God damn
we have
it.
one episode out.
Oh, damn. Do you actually?
We have one, yeah.
Who is the...
It was naked. It was back there.
It was the man you shook hands with.
We have some great blast.
What was the craziest blast you've had from the past?
When I used to jerk off, I'll tell this story and then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
But I used to,
Like we're gonna go fuck.
yeah, we'll go fuck.
wanna
We'll
go back
call
to-
Zach
yeah.
Silverman. Come jerk off on us. I used to, I had a TV in my room when I was in high school, and I had full access. There was like no channels blocked, and we had like HBO on there. And you know, HBO had like Skinamax and all that stuff. And I had TV Guide, and Skinamax would only come on at like 3 a.m. So I could never stay up that late. So what I would do is I would set an alarm for 3 a.m. So I'd go to bed, and then I'd set an alarm for like 2:55. And then the alarm would go off, I'd wake up, and I would just go, I'd wake up, I'd pull my shorts down, go to Skinamax, and then just jerk off, and then turn the TV off, and then go to bed. Like, not even clean up, I would just jerk off on myself, pull my shirt down, pants up, and then sleep.
Dude, no wonder you were coming when you had a dream of a lady walking towards you, dude. It's a crazy jerk routine.
Yeah.
Your body was like, I just need to sleep.
People would see, like, look at my phone and they'd be like, why do you have alarms at 3 a.m.? And I'd be like, rise and grind, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just
Some of us are committed to something. Some of us have discipline.
Sometimes I would get so mad because I would accidentally put the alarm for the wrong time, and I'd wake up at the end at the credits. I'd be like, no!
You're like, no! This movie Lover's Guide. Do you remember the fucking... God, dude.
And then I would just have to jerk off to like a Girls Gone Wild commercial that came out. I'm like, damn it, it's not this.
Also, Girls Gone Wild's really fucked up.
Yeah.
They would just like go find like a drunk girl, and
Yeah.
they'd be like, "You want to show us your tits for $20?"
Yeah, they have like a camera and like $1. They're like, come on.
yeah. Also, like early porn. Did you ever listen to early porn? Like, so like back in like LimeWire days, when you'd have to like give your computer a fucking virus to
I
jack
never
it.
got porn from LimeWire.
Really?
Because I never got porn from LimeWire. I never did that.
Where would you get it?
Just on the internet.
On the internet? See,
Yeah.
I didn't have websites back then. I had an older brother who was like, you can get porn on LimeWire. And I was like, let's go. Also, I only used the stuff that my brother had downloaded. So it was like, there was a while where I don't even like black girls that much. My brother likes black ladies.
Dang.
White skinned ones.
Okay.
And,
All right. We're going to cut that out.
but what was I just talking about? Oh, wait, what was I just talking about?
LimeWire porn.
LimeWire porn. Before that, what were we talking about? What was the whole thing? Jacking? Are you jacking it to?
Skinamax late at night.
Oh, like the fucking Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah,
like
Girls Gone
when the
Wild.
guys would be like, yeah, fucking $20. If downloading early porn videos back when it was like camcorder held,
Oh, yeah.
the dudes would commentate. It would be brutal, dude. They would be like,
You're mostly just hearing it.
yeah, you're just hearing a guy like, you would set the camera up. They would always do the videos that we used to get would be an interview with the lady, then the sex, and then another interview. It was like she did like a pregame press conference, and then you watch the game, and then you get the post
game.
and like, yeah, and it's the same thing as like she's in a locker room. She's like naked. She's got a towel over being like, yeah, I had fun. And it's like she's like 20 and is gonna regret it. It's so sad. Porn's bad.
It's bad. It's
Horrible.
Don't watch it.
No, don't watch it. Don't endorse it. But yeah, the videos used to be like the guy would be like, "Are you a little slut?" And it'd be like some girl being like,
And you're
"Yeah." Like I guess I have to say that.
and you're 14-year-old. You're 14 years old just trying to process that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even understand what's happening. My dialogue is still like, my parents like, why is the internet starting up at 10, at 2 a.m.?
Full volume. At
Just
2 a.m.
Remember how your phone would disconnect?
Just listening to dial up with a boner. Just like, come on.
Get the fuck out of here, my dad. We had a family computer. I'm like looking up like it's a fucking race. I'm like, whoa. Anyways, thanks for having me, man.
Hey, great fun. No, for real. That was fun, dude.
Yeah, this is
A lot of
great,
good
dude.
stories,
Thanks for
man.
having me. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, plug your social media.
Josh
and stuff,
Francis
dude.
Comedy. And then look up Good Girls Studios on YouTube.
Check out Good Girls. It's very funny.
Sketch show. Blah, blah, blah. YouTube. Sketch Girl. Good Girls. Also, when does this come out?
Probably come out Monday.
Okay, then there's nothing for me to plug as of right
Doesn't
now.
matter. Nobody watches this. I just watch it 25 times.
And then you go, the numbers are, look at this. I'm doing something. You have 75 accounts that all like it.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, I got 80 likes on this last episode.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for checking it out, guys. Peace.
I'm good.